You know that feeling when you buy something you didn't really need, just because it was literally the last one on the shelf? Or maybe you jumped on a seasonal flavor on the exact last day it was available. Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into the really fascinating intersection of human psychology and retail strategy. We're going to explore exactly how you can ethically turn a customer's casual interest into definitive action, just by using the power of genuine FOMO. If you've ever wondered how to create a real sense of urgency without feeling like a sleazy salesperson, you are in the exact right place. Let's get right into it.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to hit the psychology of FOMO, compare honest urgency to fake pressure, look at some real-world tactics, break down the merchandising formula, and wrap it all up with our core takeaway.
All right, part one, the psychology of FOMO. Look, FOMO, the fear of missing out, is way more than just a marketing buzzword. It's a very real, very specific emotional state that's rooted in actual scarcity and hard limits. The basic idea here is incredibly powerful. Customers are significantly more likely to take action when they believe an opportunity simply might not be there if they wait. It's that gut drop feeling of, man, if I walk away right now, this is gone forever. Think of a highly anticipated sneaker drop or a holiday coffee blend. People line up not just because the product is awesome, but because that window of opportunity is rapidly closing. But, as we'll see, relying on this feeling only works long-term if that scarcity is firmly grounded in reality.
It's all about shifting the mindset. Normally, a shopper looks at a product and thinks, do I like this enough to buy it today, or can I just come back later? That is pretty passive appreciation. Honest FOMO flips a switch. Suddenly, the internal monologue changes entirely to, wait, will I even be able to get this later? That right there, that is the catalyst. That single shift in perspective is what actually moves a customer from just browsing to taking immediate action.
Moving on to section 2, honest FOMO versus fake pressure.
Okay, this is the line in the sand. Real limits, they create genuine urgency. Fake limits, they absolutely destroy trust. FOMO can be a fantastic tool in your toolkit, but it literally has to come from real timing, real limits, or real change. Because think about it, if a customer ever figures out that the last item in stock they just scramble bought has 100 clones sitting in the back room, well, you haven't just lost a future sale, you've probably lost that customer for life. Trust takes years to build, but it takes literal seconds to break.
So we need a strict anti-playbook here, a list of what absolutely not to do. Don't say something is almost sold out when it isn't. Don't just make up arbitrary fake deadlines to force a transaction. Don't dramatically claim an item is gone forever unless that's a 100% factual guarantee. And please, do not ever use panic as a sales strategy. Our goal is always excitement, you know? We want folks to feel lucky that they walked in right at that exact moment, not stressed out or manipulated.
All right, section 3, tactics for honest FOMO.
We can basically split our tactical toolkit into two clear actionable buckets. First, display tactics, literally how we physically present stuff to the customer. And second, timing tactics, how we leverage the calendar and the clock to drive action. Combining these two elements is exactly how you build a retail environment of authentic urgency. Let's talk about display first. When you intentionally put out small, premium quantities, maybe tied to a specific event or season, you naturally create this incredibly sought-after vibe. Put 50 of a high-value item on a shelf, and it kind of just looks like an everyday commodity. But display just 3 beautifully arranged pieces, boom, instant rarity. It perfectly reinforces your merchandising pyramid, keeping those high-end, exclusive hero products right at the very top.
Now, I absolutely love this concept, rarity within assortments. Think mystery capsules, gotcha pop, or that ultra-rare chase colorway in a new apparel drop. You're intentionally making some variants less common than others. The trick here is total transparency. As long as the customer knows the rules of the game, finding that rare item isn't manipulative. It feels incredibly thrilling. It turns the whole shopping experience into a rewarding treasure hunt.
And you know, sometimes you honestly don't even need a special event. Just let a visibly empty space do the heavy lifting for you. We call it visible sell-through. If you've genuinely only got 1 or 2 of a popular item left, let the display show that thinning assortment. A half-empty shelf creates massive urgency and gives you social proof all at once, creating a huge motivation to buy without anyone having to say a single word.
Which brings us to section 4, the merchandising formula.
Think of this like a proven scientific formula for urgency. Start with fewer premium pieces. Add in some regularly rotating themed assortments so your regulars know the inventory is always moving. Throw in those limited variants, let that visible popularity shine through natural sell-through, and time it all with real seasonal events. The result?
absolutely irresistible urgency. Each honest merchandising choice builds on the last to create compounding momentum.
When you nail this formula, you completely rewrite the shopper's internal monologue. Instead of that defensive, "Ugh, they're just trying to trick me into buying," you guide them right to a self-motivated realization. "Wow, I should probably grab this right now." It's literally the difference between feeling cornered by a pitch and feeling wildly lucky to score something special before it's gone.
And finally, Section 5, the core takeaway.
If you remember only one thing from this explainer, let it be this. Honesty and respect for your customer are what actually drives sustainable long-term sales. Use scarcity, for sure, but use it honestly. Real limits build excitement, fake limits ruin everything. The whole experience should feel highly collectible and timely while totally 100% respecting the buyer's intelligence.
Ultimately, the absolute best, most authentic realization we want to spark in a shopper's mind is just this. I should probably get this now because this exact opportunity might not be here next time. It's not a panic attack. It's just a logical, exciting recognition of value and time. When that happens, you've officially merged great products with brilliant, ethical merchandising.
So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Take a look at your current floor plan and your upcoming inventory. How are you going to implement honest scarcity in your very next display? Challenge yourself to create that genuine thrill of the find. No fake pressure required. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.